of clean, safe water for washing your hands or for bathing, cooking, washing your clothes, and of course, for drinking. The journey your water takes begins north of Plummerville at Brewer Lake. That's our water source. Now, our water department manages the timber and stabilizes the lake banks there to help hold back sediment and nutrients prior to entering the lake. In 2020, we planted 3,000 bald cypress trees along the water's edge, and that creates a buffer to help. Recently, also, we entered into a partnership with the UCA College of Natural Science and Mathematics, where they began testing water for quality throughout the year, providing us with good data to track when we do see the natural constituents in the water. The water then travels through 13 miles of transmission lines to reach Conway and the Roger Q. Mills water treatment plant near the Cadron Creek northwest of town. There we conduct multiple daily tests and gather 61 bacteriological samples that the Arkansas Department of Health tests each month. The water is then delivered to one of our 5 water storage tanks in Conway and then ultimately to your home. At Conway Corp, we are dedicated to providing safe, reliable, environmentally sound resources to our customers, and that includes clean drinking water for the city of Conway. For more information on Conway Corp water or to view our annual water quality report, visit us online, conwaycorp.com, and then click on the water icon. When our coworkers are in the buckets or on utility poles or working on a water main break or any of the other jobs that puts their office on the streets of Conway, we want them to return to their families safely when the work is finished. And we need your help every day to make that happen. Help us by paying attention in areas defined as work zones. Here are just a few tips to help. First, watch your speed and slow down in work zones. Also, keep 2 car lengths between you and the car ahead of you so you don't tailgate. Also, keep a safe distance between your vehicle and our workers and their equipment. And dedicate your full attention to the road. Stay alert and minimize distractions. Pay attention to the warning signs. They are there to help you and our workers. At Conway Corp, we're always looking for innovative ways to serve you. And the latest is an online outage map that shows disruptions in power. This map was developed by our GIS engineering and technology teams as a way for customers to stay up to date during emergency and non-emergency situations. To use the map, click on the red icon to see a list of streets with current outages in the city. And you'll find a link to the map at conwaycorp.com/outage. To say that Conway Corp has a long-standing connection to Hendrix College would be an understatement. In 1929, the community was facing the possibility of losing Hendrix. So local leaders conceived the idea of capitalizing the earnings of the municipal electric plant and issuing bonds against these earnings. So bonds in the amount of $215,000 were issued and given to Hendrix and the other 2 colleges, along with the public and parochial schools. And Conway Corporation was born. Fast forward 92 years, and the connections between Conway Corp and Hendrix are still going strong. We were proud to contribute to the construction of another beautiful building on the Hendrix campus, the Miller Creative Quad. The Miller Creative Quad is divided into 2 residence halls, Arkansas Hall and Conway Corporation Hall. Conway Corporation Hall's upper floors provide housing for students, and the first floor includes a historical timeline of Conway Corp, along with the offices for the music department, a digital music classroom, practice rooms, and a screening auditorium for the film studies program.
Second down and 5, instead 1st and 10. That's Hillis. Hillis fights his way over the right side across midfield. Hillis across the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Peyton Hillis, touchdown. Man. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Ball on the near side. Edwards rolls right, looks and throws. He's got Stephen Moore. Touchdown. Inside the goal line. Touchdown.
The West Coast Wing T is back.
Crenshaw, the little guy, gets around the right side. Eric Crenshaw still on his feet. Crenshaw with 1 man to beat. And he will. Eric Crenshaw scores from 82 yards out. No score with 3:32 to play in the first half. Cooper looks to run. Still on his feet. Casey Cooper will score. Showing some great moves. Casey Cooper on the keeper.
Casey steps up, throws into the end zone.
He's got him.
Touchdown.
Luke
Pruitt makes his second touchdown reception of the night.
And that's who they're looking for.
And Lester Robertson is going to score. They watch for number 3. They hand off to number 7, and from 8 yards out, Lester Robertson scores. And the Wampus Cats extend the lead out to 13-6.
For the win. Good snap. Good hold. And the Wampus Cats.
They have beaten the undefeated Cyclones. What a win for this Wampus Cat team.
5 wideouts, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far.
Cal Cagney Ryder out on the right.
17 seconds to play. Ackland looking for someone to throw to. Throws downfield for Tristan Eddings.
He's got Eddings.
Tristan Eddings made the catch! Tristan Eddings made the catch! Tristan Eddings made the catch!
Wow, what a throw, Jeff.
And that's one of the things I think that'll make this Conway team dangerous as the season goes on and even into playoff time, is that they can run the ball. It's not just a one-dimensional pass offense. Now they can throw the ball just like that with another touchdown pass. Jalen Jones in the end zone.
That's a touchdown.
Cats looking to extend this lead. They lead by 3 now. Irby's got one of these tonight. He's got 2 of them tonight. Cordarius Irby from a yard out, and the Cats lead 16-7.
What a beautiful drive by the Wampus Cats.
1st and 10, under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Again, Anderson. Jeff Anderson into the end zone. Anderson, a 23-yard touchdown run for the Wampus Cats. 2nd down and 4.
See if they go to Chimura here. Yep.
They will. Kevin Chimura.
All right. Good call. Go to Chimura. He has been the bread and butter all year.
2nd down and 7. Still on the ground. Odom.
He's
Left
got room.
side. There is room. Mark Odom in the end zone. 16-yard touchdown run for Mark Odom, and the Wampus Cats strike first. Paul Dale behind Braylon Smith. He'll get the handoff. Dale. McCall Dale to the 30. McCall Dale to the 20.
Look at the quickness. Zigzagging.
McCall Dale. Touchdown, Wampus Cats. John Fogelman is their coach. He kicks off to Marquise Pleasant. Marquise Pleasant will go the distance. No flags on the field.
Does a great job.
3rd down and 10. Jarrett will roll. Pressured. Fumble. Fumble. Will Kennedy. Will Kennedy. Kerry McLean looking for the end zone. Kerry McLean is in. Touchdown, Wampus Cats. 1st and 10, Wampus Cats. Looking to break this tie. That's Manny Smith. Come on, Manny Smith. First touchdown of what I bet is a whole bunch of them for that kid. Manny Smith, touchdown, 52 yards for the Wampus Cats.
All gas and no brakes. Yeah, other than that big touchdown run back in the first quarter, Catholic not having a ton of success moving the ball. Bowman looking over the middle of the field, and it's picked off by Traylon McClure. Traylon taking it to the house.
Every high school football program in Arkansas wants to play at War Memorial Stadium in December. The venerable old stadium plays host to the state championship football games each year. Well, tonight the Wampus Cats travel to Midtown Little Rock to face the Catholic High School Rockets for what they hope is their first of 2 visits to the stadium over the next 5 weeks. The Cats are riding a 7-game winning streak while Catholic is coming off their first win of the season. Kickoff is less than 30 minutes away on Conway Corp.
Your summer adventure starts and stops with the dependable Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Toyota from Phil Wright Autoplex. We still have brand new and pre-owned vehicles arriving weekly. Come experience why so many families are trusting Phil Wright Autoplex here in Russellville. Or shop us online at philwright.com.
When you're looking for a new home in Conway, why not call on someone who knows the city better than anyone? Velda Looters with Coldwell Banker RPM Group. She has 25 years of experience and understands every aspect of the home buying and selling process. Buying a home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Working with Velda is easy because she knows your needs are unique and she gives you the personalized service it takes to find your perfect home. She loves Conway High Sports and is a longtime supporter of the Conway Wampus Cats and Lady Cats. Find current listings at her website, veldalueders.com, or give her a call.
Hi, I'm Kate McConnell, member of the Smith Ford family. Come to Smith Ford and get any Ford vehicle designed by you and built for you. Our experienced staff can help you custom order an F-150, Bronco Sport, or the all-new Ford Maverick. Smith Ford, providing affordable Fords for over 100 years.
Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway, exit 127 off I-40.
After back-and-forth touchdowns, North Little Rock beats Northside to prevent an upset. I'm Morgan Henry, and this is the 7A Central Report. Starting off with last week's results, Conway dominates Central, beating the Tigers for the 10th consecutive time. Quarterback Donovan Amala was 15 of 17 passing for 194 yards and 4 touchdowns, and wide receiver Wes Boudreaux caught 4 passes for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running back Boogie Carr carried 12 times for 55 yards and 1 touchdown, and Jalen Chambers scored twice for the Wampus Cats. This was Conway's 7th win in a row. Conway is on the road this week as they face Catholic. Catholic beats Southwest in their first victory of the season. Rockets quarterback Preston Scott finished 16 of 24 passes for 220 yards and 1 touchdown for Catholic. Joseph Smith ran 15 times for 64 yards and scored twice for Catholic as they led 24-0 at halftime and 31-0 at the beginning of the fourth. Southwest is on the road this week as they take on Central. North Little Rock used momentum to beat Northside 28-21. Northside's quarterback Walker Katsavius threw a 61-yard touchdown pass to Jacavion King that tied the game at 14 in the second half. North Little Rock was soon back on top as junior running back Torrance Moore ran 3 yards for a touchdown midway through the third, making the score 28-14. Northside answered early in the fourth after Katsavius completed a pass to Julian Martinez, which put Northside within a touchdown. However, North Little Rock's defense kept Northside from scoring, and the Charging Wildcats defeated the Grizzlies. Northside is at home this week as they face the Cabot Panthers. The Bryant Hornets' winning streak continues as they beat Cabot 45-20 at Panther Stadium. Bryant finished the night with 577 yards of total offense as they moved efficiently through the game. The Hornets were 6 of 7 on both third down and red zone attempts and averaged 4.6 more yards per play than Cabot. Their time of possession was just under a minute less than Cabot, and 30 of its 61 plays were first downs. This week's Player of the Week, Carson Burnett, finished the night 15 of 19 passes for 299 yards and 4 touchdowns. Burnett's main target, Robert Hendrix, caught 4 passes for 83 yards, averaging around 21 yards a catch. Bryant prepares for a big game this week as they host North Little Rock. Wrapping up for this week, I'm Morgan Henry, and this has been the 7A Central Report.
Sitting at 7-1 and competing for a conference title in the final weeks of the regular season, the Wampus Cats are enjoying their best season in 7 years. One of the key components to the Cats' success this year has been the running game. With multiple games of 200-plus rushing yards as a team, the Wampus Cats' running attack has been one of the best in the state this season. While Boogie Carr has been the feature back for the Cats, getting the majority of the team's rushing yards, another back for Conway has made a Texas-sized impact on the team this season. Junior running back Jalen Chambers transferred to Conway from Texas this past summer and immediately showed his talent in summer camp. While he was making plays on the field, Chambers says that having to adjust to a new city and a new team was a challenge for him.
Mainly really trying to learn a new playbook, get cool with the guys, the team, try to not fit in, but show the guys that they can trust me on the field, they can trust me, they getting water or anything, they can go get water, trust me to actually do my job on the field, and basically just fit in.
Although Chambers didn't see the field much at the beginning of the season, the plays he made when given the opportunity forced the coaching staff's hand to get him more touches, even experimenting with 2 back sets to get Carr and Chambers on the field at the same time. Chambers says his consistency in getting yards every play and keeping the team ahead of the chains is what makes him a standout back for the Cats.
Me really just getting the ball, going straight downhill, and basically getting 4 or 5 yards or more. Basically, I feel like I'm a power back, really.
As Conway looks to improve to 8-1 this week before facing Bryant in a massive 7A showdown, look for Chambers to continue to be a big piece of the Conway rushing attack as the Cats get ready to chase a trip to War Memorial Stadium to play for a state championship.
Good evening, Wampus Cat fans. My name is Kennedy Smith, and welcome to this week's Sports Report. The Lady Cat volleyball team is competing at the state tournament this week, held in Fort Smith. They had a bye for the first round and played against Bentonville in the second round. Conway lost the first 2 sets, but after an incredible comeback, they won in a very close 5 sets. Conway advanced to the semifinals, playing Fayetteville on Thursday. Conway cross-country teams competed at their conference meet on Monday. Meg Swindle placed first in the girls' race, leading her team to be awarded conference champions for the 3rd year in a row. The boys placed 3rd in their race. Both teams will be competing at state next week, held in Oaklawn. Wrapping up the week for the Conway Wampus Cats, my name is Kennedy Smith, and this has been your weekly sports report. Go Cats!
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
When you need emergency care, you can trust the board-certified providers at Conway Regional to provide the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Conway Corp managed Wi-Fi powered by Plume is your fastest, easiest Wi-Fi ever. Local setup and support, plus self-optimizing technology for peak performance. No cables, no hassles, no kidding. Upgrade now.
Welcome back. It is the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. And we're also joined by Ray Tolliver, offensive lineman for the Wampus Cats. And Ray, whenever we talk to the senior in our senior spotlight, we always like to know, where did your football journey begin? Was it Optimist? Was it somewhere else? Where did things start for you that led you to this point of your football journey?
It was Optimist. It was 4th grade, I believe. I was on the Titans. We were a pretty bad team, but I dominated. That was like when I played defense.
Well, Ray, we've been getting a chance to see you dominate on Friday nights now, and you're such a physical blocker. So we know that you prepare physically for each game, but what do you do to prepare yourself mentally each week? How do you get in the right frame of mind?
Really just going over plays with coach, watching film, and then pregame Fridays, just listening to music and just locking in.
So you've had to face some pretty good defensive lines thus far this year. Can you tell me who you think was the toughest and why they were that tough?
The toughest definitely had to be North Little Rock. Number 6 was a different type of animal, and the slants he pulled, how physical he was just crazy.
Now, Ray, you mentioned a few moments ago about the coaching that you guys receive, and I know you got a couple of great ones on the offensive line, Coach D and Colton Jackson. Talk about your relationship with them and how they've kind of helped put you guys at a really successful point in the year.
Where I'll begin with them, just coming in 2 summers ago, they whipped us into shape immediately. Just our technique, how we operate on the line changed completely, and it made us a better team overall.
What are some of the things that they've taught you that maybe you didn't know through from 4th grade up until 10th grade? What's something that you picked up from them?
Our pad level, our footwork whenever we're doing our pass sets, keeping our inside foot high, double teaming, make sure we're getting in on like the player's hip and moving them out of there. Just little things that add up to big wins.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of big wins, and we think there's a lot more to come. Ray, we appreciate you, and thanks for being in the senior spotlight this week.
Thank you for giving me this chance.
Hi, it's Gavin.
And it's Gordy.
Join us and all of our friends as we learn about all that Conway Corp does for our community. Watch for new episodes each month during the school year on Conway Corp Channel 5.
See you soon.
When you need emergency care, you can trust the board-certified providers at Conway Regional to provide the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway.
Welcome back. It is the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Levi and Tim, and we're joined by Coach Fimple. Coach, Congratulations on another win last week. Team keeps rolling, 7 in a row. What were your takeaways from a big win over Central?
Well, first off, we talked as soon as we got done with the game about playing at a standard, and we go down and score in 3 plays. We kick it off. We allow the longest kickoff return of our, so far this season. It's basically because we're jogging. So, there's good things you can get out of a win right there. You can learn a lot out of it. We talked about playing at a standard, no matter who's over there. And even practicing, when we practice, we talk about just practicing on us, and it was good for us to, be able to have that information for them.
Coach, you were able to get some rest for your starters last week and also get just a bunch of players in and get them some experience. How big is that as we head into the final 2 weeks and as you prepare for the playoffs?
You look for those quite a bit the last 3 or 4 years in 7A Central. They just hadn't been there, those games like that. But, especially on senior night, our senior class, them being such a special group, and to be able to get those guys in and just keep on working. I think there's 131 dressed out. We end up playing like 128, 129, something like that. So it's always good to have those games, like you said, to come out injury-free and to continue on to work to the next game.
You've got Little Rock Catholic this week. They get a victory last week, their first win of the season. So they've got upset on their mind. Talk to us a little bit about Catholic and your approach to that.
All week, we even played them in JV on Monday night. So, we got to, kind of see some things up front. And they played some guys that we see in there too deep as far as that goes. But, Coach Fogle, I've been around him for a long time. He has done a great job at Catholic as a guy that, is a Catholic guy and really loves just being around his kids. Always really good as far as sound on offense. Defensively, they do a wonderful job of just not knowing where they're going to be at, and causing problems and minus yardage plays. So, we look forward to any time right now. You're 7-1, you're always going to be the hunted. So, you just line them up and finish it off from there.
Coach, it's always a special time when you get to play at War Memorial Stadium, which we'll do tonight. And of course, we'd love to in a few weeks as well. But, we don't know what the future is going to be like with Catholic. And so this may be the last chance that we get in a regular season to suit up down there.
Had several, people this morning as they got interviewed, this could be the last one. And I can't remember a time in my 27-year career where Catholic and Conway weren't playing at some point. It really comes down to what happens here at the end of the season with the AAA and where they're placed at and all that. But, going down there is always a trend. I mean, you guys were with me 2 years ago when we go down there, we're down 31-14 and things change, in a hurry there in the fourth quarter. So again, they're always good. They're well coached. So we look forward to a good game on Friday night.
We do too, Coach. Good luck. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Go Cats.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Good evening and welcome to War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach, and here we are all the way in Week 9 as your number 2 ranked Conway Wampus Cats are set to take on the host Catholic Rockets. And Tim, before we get into all things Rockets, let's frame the bigger picture a little bit here. We're going to get a lot of clarity tonight in terms of the broader playoff picture in the 7A, and for your Wampus Cats, it's potentially complicated. With a win tonight and a Bryant win over North Little Rock, your Wampus Cats will be guaranteed either the number 1 or number 2 seed out of the Central and a bye in the first week of the playoffs.
That is what if we go with what we can control kind of view. You can't really control Bryant. You can't control North Little Rock. So, well, it gets a little fuzzy after that, doesn't it?
If North Little Rock beats Bryant tonight, things get complicated next week. So,
yeah. But so we have to control. It's the old talk to Coach Ashcraft this week. He said, we just control what we control. Let's just worry about us. And so that's what we're going to do.
We'll be keeping an eye on some of the other 7A Central games throughout the night because a lot of interesting matchups with playoff implications. Another really interesting story tonight is the history of this matchup between Conway and Catholic, because with new AAA conference alignment rules going into effect next year regarding private schools, Tim, it's very likely that this is the last time your Wampus Cats come to War Memorial for a conference game in what could be a long time.
Yeah, and that's really such a sad deal because the Conway Catholic rivalry has gone on for so long now, and it doesn't just expand. Catholic is down this year in terms of football, but basketball and baseball, all those sports that they run through together, has been such a good rivalry over the years. I hate to see it end, and it more than likely is going to end this year.
Yeah, and I again, it's been a while since I read all of those announcements, but I'm not going to pretend to understand all the complexities there. But depending on how Catholic's season finishes, potentially they could be moving down to 6A for football and 5A in basketball and the other sports as well. So, all right, Tim, let's focus on the game at hand. Your 7-1 Wampus Cats taking on the 1-7 Catholic Rockets. According to the Democrat Gazette today, the Wampus Cats have won the last 12 consecutive matchups, 16-4 overall since 2001. And the Rockets, hey, they're fighting to stay in the hunt for this final playoff berth out of the Central. They moved in the right direction with their win last week over Southwest. And they've got a quarterback that is not afraid to throw it downfield. This is a very pass-heavy team in regards to offense. And their defense, I mean, they're going to give us some of the most unique looks we've seen all year. And that takes us to Tim's 3 things for tonight.
We play for the second week in a row. We're playing someone that really has not a lot to lose. Now, Catholic does. A little bit different than Central. Catholic actually, because of the win last week, puts themselves in a position to play really well and to earn a berth in the playoffs. Believe it or not, 1-7 is going to get them in. We have to figure out a way with this multiple defensive front that they run, and they put everybody tight to the line of scrimmage. They're going to put pressure on Donovan tonight. And so what we have to do is make sure that we give Donovan just enough time to get the deep vertical throws that we want to do, the deep middle throws, but also time to really make good decisions. He needs to be able to check down. You watch Donovan every week. He checks down constantly. It's hardly ever the first read. It's the second and third. The second thing is, as part of that, is the way, because of their defensive fronts, historically, and again, they could change it up because they changed their defensive fronts up. The middle of the field has been open. And when you looked at the Bryant game, which kind of compares directly to what we would try to do, move the ball around a little bit, really try to go vertical, running game's really good. The middle of the field, it gets open because they put so much pressure up front. That leaves them in man coverage out to the angles. And so the middle of the field becomes a little freer.
I have to admit, Tim, all the things you're saying right now as a Conway fan make me a little excited. You know, Wes Boudreaux and Manny Smith's going to be back in the lineup tonight.
Yeah.
And Donovan O'Malo, he's coming off one of the best games he's had all season a week ago versus Central.
Right. So you see the throws that we make to the edges, a lot of times they end up into the middle of the field. We do some vertical things down the boundaries. But a lot of our slant routes, they're designed to not only make the catch early just behind the linebackers, but to then go vertical through the middle of the field. This really could open up. And if you get Manny Smith man coverage on the outside and then just one safety to beat, I like Manny's chances there. So I am like you. I'm a little excited about how things could play out. The last thing I would say is you would think this going into the Bryant game next week, we really, really need to figure out our run defense. You know, we got gashed against Northside. Central didn't really take it to us at all, but there was not a lot there for them to work with when they were able to figure out what they wanted to do. But we need to be able to stop the run. Catholic doesn't run the ball very well. They like to throw the ball. So can we just stop the run, focus on the pass, and get it done?
And his defense forced 2 turnovers a week ago against Central, 2 interceptions, 1 taken back to the house. And Catholic quarterback Preston Scott has thrown 20 interceptions on the year, so this defense might have some opportunities tonight.
Well, they almost throw the ball exclusively. They will run just to kind of keep you off balance, but they look to throw it all the time. And so 20 picks, yeah, that's a lot for anybody. But in a pass-happy offense, that really kind of makes a little bit of sense. And when you look at who they've played so far, they've had to play the elite of the Central. And, you know, Bryant took 2 to the house in the first half on Catholic.
Yeah, they have us tonight, and then they will play Central next week, and that'll probably determine who is going to get that final playoff seed. Take a look down at midfield. Manny Smith, I believe he won the toss, and they Conway has elected to defer.
Let's see. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
love it.
So Catholic will be getting the ball first, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups. Back with more here on Conway Corp. Back live in Little Rock as your Conway Wampus Cats taking the field. Catholic coming out as well. We're just about 3.5 minutes from the opening kickoff. As we said before the break, Conway won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, so the Rockets will be receiving to open the first half. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with offense, and not many changes compared to what we had a week ago, although we do officially see Sean Tufu back in on the list. They're going to be he's going to be splitting time is what I understand tonight.
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of, they call it game manage his situation. So you'll see him maybe not as much as you would normally see, but maybe half the time tonight.
The other name you're going to see tonight, though, we missed getting to call his name a week ago. Number 1, Manny Smith. He'll be back tonight.
Good to have him back, and very healthy. Last week was really precautionary, and you know, we expect this week to see him at least in the first half.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the defense as well. Preston Prock back in the lineup. At linebacker, of course, we got to see him a lot more last week as well. Wade Simpson in, Ashton Waller. And honestly, Tim, this team, probably the healthiest it's been in the last few weeks.
Yeah, and I will tell you, they played against Central. They only scored 12 points, and really, I mean, after the kickoff return that they had, really just shut them down. Saw some great plays from guys here that you see on the screen here that were making plays at a level that I had not seen before, and I would include Ethan Winningham there. Had a great game last week. I mean, here's a guy at 6'5", 6'6", and if he can control the end like he controlled against Central going forward, man, it's going to be helpful.
Big DeMarkel McKenzie, the junior, he's been having quite the season. 6 tackles for a loss, 6 sacks, leads the team with 6 sacks, and expect this defense to look good early here tonight against a Catholic offense that likes to pass the ball.
So it'll be interesting to see what we do from a coverage perspective, because the run is not necessarily a strength. If we play zone or if we drop into more man, it's kind of that's a Coach Fimple and Coach Pankey putting that together.
And the ball already falling. The wind is going to play a role here tonight.
It is howling out of the north. It's swirling down on the field.
Sophomore Adrian Mejia gets ready for the opening kickoff. Your 7-1 Conway Wampus Cats, 5-0 in 7A Central play. Get things going here in week 9. Kickoff coverage looks good. Catholic returns it back to the 20. And that is where they will start things off.
Yeah, nicely done. A little bit different than the first kickoff coverage that we had last week, where we let Central get all the way down to the 5-yard line. Really good job there in the open field converging on the 20.
Your viewing angles much different tonight here at War Memorial. We are up high in the press box, so you will have those high angles all night wherever you're watching from back home. First down, it'll be a handoff. Not much going right up the middle.
Yeah, he got a late push, and they're going to give him, wow, they're going to give him all the way to the 25. That's a gracious spot, but got a good push there. Ethan Winningham from the backside, looked like Kelgen there in the middle. It's a little bit more than what you want to give up, especially for a team that just struggles to run the ball.
It's Joseph Smith in the backfield alongside quarterback Preston Scott. Catholic trying to get Conway to jump off sides, and they do accomplish that.
Yeah, it's an easy first down for the Rockets to start off. And again, that's for a team that comes in struggling 1-7. You don't want to give them any gifts early. And so I know it's just 5 yards and it's just the first down, but you really don't want to start off with gifts. It's just not how you want to play.
It's Catholic offense. They run 4 receiver sets pretty frequently. They'll bring in a tight end like they do here. Be a handoff to Smith again. He's got another gash gain on the left side.
Yeah, took it right off tackle. Our end stepped out. Ashton Waller filled in to make the play, but again, 7 yards down the field, just too much to give.
Ball spotted at the 37 will bring up 2nd and 3. So 2 second and short yard situations here for Catholic. Go trips to the right. They'll hand off again to Smith. He met quickly on that right edge.
Yeah, nice job there by
Wade Simpson.
Yeah, Wade Simpson from the edge, flying in off the edge. And that's the thing about the running games these days. There's a lot of focus on blocking through the gaps in the middle, and they leave the outside edges open, and you've got to catch them, and Simpson was able to do it there.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 4.
You got to think they're going to throw here. That's their strength.
Trips to the right again. They do fake. Connect over the middle. It's going to be well enough for a first down.
Yeah, just a quick slant over the middle gets the cornerback on your backside before the linebackers can come up into the outer third there to cover, and it was just timed well and good throw.
It's Anthony Stevens. Scott found for another Catholic first down. Passing on first down here. Quick out on the near side to Brooks Ward.
Yeah, good throw there, good route. Drove Troy off just to give enough space right there on the boundary. Good throw. And they're again, 3rd time where they've got 2nd and manageable.
Ball spotted right at the 50. It'll be 2nd and 3. Handoff to Smith right up the middle. Big D in there, driving him back.
Yeah, nicely done. They're going to be probably in 4-down territory right now. 3rd down and 2, a long 2, actually short 2.
3rd and 2, whole new defensive line subbing in quickly. And they will hand off up the middle again. Quickly coming off the edge. That was Ashton Waller.
Brings up a 4th down. It's about 4th and maybe about the same. They didn't get much there. Not much at all. Maybe no gain.
You had Waller and Wade Simpson both coming from both edges.
Yeah, flying off the edges. It's the way so far, the way we've really stopped him. Kelgen has done a good job. So is D. Markell, Big D, making contact. But if you're looking for runs at the line of scrimmage, it's been the outside edges getting there.
The Rockets move to their 2-back set. Next to Scott, they try and get Conway to jump off. No going. 4th and 2.
And they get it.
And they hand off to Keaton, and he's going to fall forward about a foot past the first down marker.
Yeah, good hard run there. Kind of, I mean, I expected them to throw there as well, and they took the right route and just got enough push to get it across the line again. Good drive here, opening drive here by Catholic.
Being efficient and methodical, moving the ball down the field.
running the ball more effectively than what I thought they would be able to do.
Be trips tight to the left. Scott looking to pass. This time he finds Stevens again on the near side boundary.
Yeah, and again, 2nd and 1 or 2. It's just, it's how what they've done on first down has been spectacular so far. That's the first time, though, I think they've thrown the ball on first down, maybe the second time, but having a lot of success here.
Spotted at the 37, 2nd and 1. A handoff to Smith. Smith near the line of scrimmage, but he's going to get forward again. Another first down for Catholic.
Yeah, and they are absolutely chewing the clock. Just already 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. They just keeping the ball away from our offense, which is, again, another thing that they want to do. You would have thought coming in, struggling as they have at running the ball, that'd be tough to do.
1st and 10 at the 35. Trips to the right. They fake, looking over the middle again, and Trey Roberts coming in, bringing the stick. He did complete the pass, though.
Yeah, and he got a gain of about 6 or 7. I mean, it's a great stick by Trey, and he'll remember that one. But at the same time, it's, again, a gain of about 6 or 7. It's just too much on first down.
That was Stevens again, his 3rd catch on this drive. Handoff this time. Proc almost wrapping him up right at the handoff.
Yeah, I mean, he was literally, he timed the snap so well, took it right off of the edge, and really worked his way into the backfield at the exchange, and they were lucky to get, just a loss of 1 there.
Already past the midway point here in the first quarter. Tim Roach, they are chewing that clock.
Longest drive. Again, 4 down territory.
3rd and 6. Scott will pass. Looking over the middle again and trying to find Connor Pruss. There are about 4 Wampus Cats in the vicinity.
Yeah, that's the first bad throw that he's made. Maybe his first incompletion. And we had it covered up very well. The receiver had a tough time actually making it across the zone to get open.
4th and 6, 2 receivers to each side for Scott. See if this Wampus Cat defense can make a stand on 4th down. Scott looking deep. Q Wilson in defense, and Scott just overthrows him. Your Wampus Cats will take over on downs.
Well, that's just, again, good job by the defense here as the end. I struggle, like a lot of fans do, to say, well, that was a terrible defensive stand. Well, it wasn't. They got 0 points. When push came to shove, it was a bend, not break kind of approach, and they made it happen when they needed to.
Here comes this Conway offense. Handoff to Boogie Carr to start this drive. Maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, I'm not even sure he got that. I mean, it was literally stacked right at the line of scrimmage. You're going to see multiple fronts out of Catholic. They're going to run 3, 4, 5 guys up front. Linebackers will always be stepping forward.
2nd and 9, Omalo rolling out to his left. He finds Rome Fields for a nice first down, but like you said, there is a flag back near the 27.
Yeah, I believe they got Maurice there on the edge, kind of out in the open, and he turned the tackle, and unfortunately, that's a good call by the official. It was just out in space, and you can't do that.
That would have been Rome Field's 16th reception on the year. That will be erased away. We'll repeat 2nd down, but it's moved back quite a distance, all the way to the 17.
Watching Coach Fimple on the sidelines, he is already in pace mode.
Empty backfield for Omalo. We got a flag out on the far side.
They're going to call Rome for leaving too early.
Back it up 5 more.
That's one of those deals where out there on the edge where you go with the clap on the snap and they see the clap and they are gone before the ball is actually snapped by Childress. So he was very quick to call that.
2nd and 29 now. Pitch it to Manny Smith. Manny in open space, cuts it back into the middle. He'll be stopped near the 15. It's going to set up 3rd and not quite as long, but still really long.
Yeah, there was not a lot of space that he could go in back into the middle. He actually ran back into the teeth. He wasn't as far down the field as he needed to be there.
3rd and 25. What do you draw up here, Tim Roach?
Well, we got this play. If I'm guessing, it's either getting it to Manny in space or Boogie.
Malo fakes, looks over the middle for Manny Smith. And there's a lot of attention, a lot of purple jerseys around number 1 tonight.
Yeah. That was not a good series. I mean, without the hold, it's a great series, and we're still probably either marching or scoring by now. But penalties have been at times been the bugaboo for us. We're just we shoot ourselves in the foot too much.
Bring out Ashton Waller for his 20th punt this season. That's a boomer. Got the wind behind him. Hauled in near the 40. The Catholic returner will be taken out of bounds around the 46. That was Cole Pace.
Yeah, and they got away with a blindside block. But good return, good spot. I mean, that was a great kick.
What a punt, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great kick. Got it with the win. Now defense, all right, your offense didn't give you much to work with. Put you in, the 44-yard line. It's not where you want to start if you're the Wampus Cat defense. But gotta hope that the bend doesn't break, as they say.
Senior Alan Jimison out there. He was coming in on the first Catholic possession. Haven't called his name in a while. Good to see number 50 out there, the near side end. Scott rolling out. Looking back over the middle, Troy Wiseman jumping in front, getting a hand on that. Great pass breakup from Troy.
Kind of thought there for a second that he would have kept that and run for it. He had some space out there. Nobody really flying into his face, but felt comfortable enough to throw it down. Troy was right there to make the play. Good job by Troy getting a hand in.
You talked about how pass-heavy this offense is. Over 1,500 yards passing, only 330 rushing on the year.
5 to 1 is, I mean, that's unbelievable.
Go back to that 2-back set. Smith and Keaton. They'll hand off to Keaton here. He's going to bounce it out to his left. Wade Simpson right there waiting for him.
Yeah, great stick by Wade. Also had Jimson in there. Nice job on the end.
Love the Conway band traveled to War Memorial tonight. Good to hear them. As I understand it, they are not performing at halftime. Just FYI.
They're just here for the good times. War Memorial Stadium. Great job that time, by the way, by Kesey. Stuck it. Good job in the middle.
3rd and 9. First long third down situation this Catholic team has faced, and Traylon McClure almost had his 2nd interception of the year. He was having to reach back across the middle of the field against the momentum of his body.
Yeah, you had Troy Wiseman last week that dropped a sure touchdown, a sure pick. That one was not as sure, but Troy still had a few words for his friend.
It was a little payback for last week. Yeah. Wes Boudreaux back to receive. The punt comes off from Grant Hodge. Wes will call for the fair catch right around the 24, and a late flag coming in. What'd you see, Tim?
Well, they're going to call either a blindside block, or I don't think it's a block in the back, but I just don't unnecessary roughness maybe.
So be backing it up a little more.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to be.
Yep. block in the back. So that will move it back to the 13. That's where your Wampus Cats will start this drive. Rome.
That's like the third or fourth penalty already.
Yeah, it's not been a normal start for your Wampus Cats. Get it out quickly to Rome Fields. He follows a block from Manny Smith. Nice gain on first down.
Yeah, good hard throw. I mean, Donovan let that one go. That was ripped out there. Good catch by Rome. Good block by Manny just to get enough space. Didn't quite get the mark we like, but not a bad first down.
2nd and 5. They'll give it to Boogie Carr. Boogie makes a quick step right up the middle. That'll bring up 3rd. It looks like 1 or 2 here.
It's actually, for the early part of the game, this is actually a really, really big down. You would like to see some positive momentum with your offense. Stay out there, keep your defense off the field.
They flip trips to the near side. Manny Smith in the slot. They're going to get it out to him quickly. He'll cut it back upfield for the first down. He'll be down right at the 30.
Yeah, good. Boy, I mean, that's an interesting pick of a play for 3rd and 1 when you really, really needed a first down. But, I mean, who better to get it than to Manny?
They'll go empty for Omalo. Find Manny Smith again. He'll lean forward for about a gain of 8 on first down.
Yeah, these short passes are setting up for a vertical at some point in time. You just got to know it's coming, it's just not yet.
Toss it out to Boogie Carr. Boogie still on his feet, down past the 50.
Wow. He is one move at about the 47 from breaking that out. I mean, he could not quite get his feet to go where he needed to go.
And this is the pace we're used to seeing. Handoff to Boogie Carr. A lot of space right up the middle. And he takes on the defender head on. That was Ross Magan, I think.
Yeah, it's a punishing run there.
Out to Clay Fisher. Nice block out there from Manny Smith. Manny taking his defender to the ground. How about Manny Smith?
Yeah.
Getting the blocks tonight.
Staying with the block 30 yards behind the play. I mean, Manny is a warrior. I got tired of sitting on the sidelines last week. He's really going strong right now.
That's another first down for your Wampus Cats. Hand off to Jalen Chambers. Jalen bounces it back out to the left. Jalen Chambers, 24-yard scamper.
I mean, all this guy does is score touchdowns. It just seems like to me every week. It's when do you need somebody to really punch it? He just goes. It's his 6th touchdown this year.
6th touchdown of the year. Usually, we see him closer.
1 yard variety.
Yeah, the 1 or 2 yard variety, but he takes it 24 yards there, and your Wampus Cats up here in the first quarter.
That was a big drive. Really nicely done.
The extra point attempt, no good from Adrian Mejia. I don't know if it just didn't come off his foot right there or what.
Yeah, that was weird looking from the get-go. I couldn't tell if it was blocked.
A little strange looking, yeah. Maybe a hand got on it.
But you know what, though? He hit one of those against Northside. Remember the first field goal last week? He did the same, or against Northside, the same thing.
We'll go ahead and keep it here. We've been chatting through the scores.
Sorry about that. But yeah, he last week or 2 weeks ago, his first extra point or first field goal attempt was that same kick. So something to work on. Again, I think he's next level kicker, but he's got, as just a sophomore, got a little bit of work to do. He'll be the one that's more angry about that than anybody.
Yeah, he's 44 for 49 on the year now on PATs, but pretty reliable.
Yeah. I'm not going to fault him at all. But listen, fantastic drive, good response there. You had 3rd and short deep in your field after another penalty, and you really just methodically worked the ball down the field there and did it at your own will. That was nice.
Mejia launches into one here after the failed PAT. It'll be a touchback.
He'll go over and do some push-ups and some sit-ups. And
we talk about it every week, but it truly has been such a treat to be here early during the pregame routines and watching him go through his rituals. And, I mean, his leg has just gone to another level this year.
Well, he kicked another 50-yarder this evening. So, yeah, nice. That's going to come in handy eventually. It really is.
One would think.
Yes.
Smith and Keaton in the backfield again. They fake it this time. Scott under pressure just throws it out of bounds as Ethan Winningham was chasing him down.
Yeah, that was a great move by Ethan to get loose out on the edge and you know, sneaky fast there. Really long legs was getting to him quickly, forcing him just to throw the ball out of bounds.
I'm not going to lie, Tim. This is one of those nights, as I see these shots of the fans, this is definitely one of those nights where I am happy to be up in the booth and not be a broadcaster of the people out in the stands tonight.
Wind's a little tough tonight.
It is. Chilliest it's been all. Whoa, Garrett Sanders is chilly down there. Wow.
Yeah, that was a very cold hit on the linebacker there. Garrett Sanders is really, the last couple of games, really stepped up his game. He's such a force in the running game, but as we saw again in Northside, clinched the game with a pick late in the game. He's had a pick 6 this year already against North Little Rock. So he can do it all, but boy, he's tough in the run.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. So after successfully moving the ball on their first possession, these next two things have stalled a little bit for Catholic. As they try and pick it up on 3rd down. Wade Simpson helping make sure they don't pick up the first down there.
Yeah, great job. I mean, literally gain of about, picked up maybe 3 top end, and just well covered by. And that's the thing about Wade Simpson, is that he plays in a position that takes him off the edge of the line of scrimmage and plays the outside flat, but he is really like a safety or a corner built-wise. I mean, he's very fast.
So Catholic will punt again here. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Wes Boudreau is going to return this one. Gains a few yards after some bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, after that there wasn't much. But hey, here's the thing. Wes Boudreau with his hands on the ball in open field. I don't care how you get it to him, whether it's a punt, kickoff, pass, run, doesn't matter. Like my chances with Wes Boudreau.
Wampus Cats take over at the 48. Donovan Omalo, 6 for 7 on the night. His high efficiency passing continues for him. He'll pass out to Manny Smith on 1st down. Manny will get a gain of, call it 4 yards on a 1st down.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a misread by Rome Fields. Manny had nobody to block for him, and I think Rome was set up to be able to do that, and he took the long route out.
2nd and 6 at the 44. Catholic bringing the blitz, and Boogie Carr just boogieing right past it, still on his feet, past or inside the 35. They'll mark it at the 33. What a job by this line picking up that blitz.
Yeah, great job, and that's the pressure that we talked about that Catholic's going to have to figure out how to not do at certain occasions.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. Your Wampus Cats up 6-0 here in Little Rock. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
Are you kidding me? Let's go fix it.
Conway residents, don't spend much time thinking about clean water and electricity that stays on. That's okay. Conway Corp maintains the highest standards of excellence anyway. It's reliability for all, powered by Conway Corp. So 6-0 after 1. Your Wampus Cats pick it up here at the 33, 1st and 10, driving.
That last drive had a sense of urgency about it, seeing the same here.
Omalo fumbles the snap, picks it back up, and finds Clay Fisher for a nice gain.
Just as I was getting the words out of my mouth, we were dropping the ball, but very heady play by Donovan there. Picked it up, looked up immediately, saw that he had time, and found a wide open Clay Fisher.
Bring trips to the near side. Wes Boudreaux alone on the far side. They'll hand off to Boogie Carr. Boogie just shedding Catholic Rockets at the line of scrimmage, picking up another first down.
Yeah, great job there by the offensive line. Got a good push, just enough of a gap for Boogie.
They get it out to him again in the flats. Cuts it back upfield inside the 15. Another nice gain on first down.
Yeah, good job by Clay Fisher there, blocking on the outside, kicked his guy out, and really created enough of a lane to get the yards we got there.
2nd and 4. They'll give it to Jalen Chambers, makes a cut right up the middle, still on his feet, leaning forward down to the 1. He almost had another one.
I bet I know who gets it this time. Oh, let's see. Where are you going? Yeah, they're going to keep him in.
Catholic trying to get him in off the field. I don't think they did in time, and Donovan Amalo goes under center and just keeps it himself for the score.
Yeah, we and that's the thing, you know, in a critical moment of a game, we need to make sure we get that call because they had 13 guys on the line out there. But in this case, just good enough to get the touchdown. Nice push by your offensive line.
It's Donovan's 5th rushing touchdown on the season. Mejia back out. There we go.
That looked better.
Things looking a lot better that time. 13-0, Conway on top, 11-12 to play. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Back live at War Memorial. Such a fun place to come play every few years, and that might be coming to an end in terms of at least coming here for conference games, as very likely that Catholic will not be in the 7A next year for football.
Yeah, and I'm unfortunately for me, my second year here, and this is my first time in the press box. I actually like it.
It's fun, yeah. It's a great place to call a game from.
Yeah.
I assumed with all the Razorback watching you do on the weekends, I just assumed you'd been up here before in the press box. Catholic hauls it in near the 5. And oh, man, who was that? Is that Ben Chandler?
It is.
Tracking him down.
With one hand, Ben Chandler tackled him.
Well, listen, I'm sure he's got more strength in that one arm than I've got in my entire body.
His dad, Ben Chandler, was an absolute
Ben Chandler's
beast.
dad, Ben Chandler.
Yes.
Okay.
He was a beast at Conway High School, beast at UCA. He's actually on the ballot this year for the Conway Hall of Fame. And I graduated with Ben. He's a wonderful human being. Fantastic football player, just a great human being all around.
Yeah, Conway Sports Hall of Fame. I heard a rumor we might be talking about that next week at halftime. Alan Jemison closing in. Well, what a difference these last 3 drives have been for Catholic after just moving the ball downfield on the first drive.
Yeah, and I can't really pick out the adjustment we've made. We've made some personnel changes here and there. But really, it's been off of the edge where we've stopped the run. It's not really been up the middle. It's off the edge.
2nd and 9. They'll give it to Smith on the right side. Quay stuck it.
Yeah.
Reaching out with an arm.
Yeah, I mean, that play goes for probably 6 or 7 yards if he doesn't get that stop there. But Quay, just one arm again. You got Ben Chandler out there again in this series. Good to see him out there. Jemison's moved to the other side now.
Karan Duncan checking back in along with Zy Blakely.
Up the middle.
4 receiver set on 3rd and 8. Scott under pressure. Gets the pass off. Troy Wiseman coming in. Got a hand on the ball, but they're going to say he got his other hand on the back of the receiver. It was Anthony Stevens.
I don't know, man. Okay, so that's enough for a first down. All right, defense. You thought you were walking off the field. Now you got to pick it back up. It's it's such an emotional thing too, because you've made the play, you've done all the right things, and then you get stopped that way. So a lot of good conversations on the sidelines.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty be enough for the first down. Catholic will go with 2 receivers to each side. Pass on first down, looking over the middle. Trey Roberts.
Is that enough?
Oh, man. Trey Roberts is he is playing physically tonight.
Yeah, he brings it every game like that. You don't see it as much, but like that Fort Smith North side, the last stop on 4th down, Trey Roberts right in there sticking it in, man. He's a good player.
Scott will hand off on 2nd down. The ball comes out. Ethan Winningham stripped it. There were 3 Conway Wampus Cats in the vicinity. And Conway has the ball at the 29. It's Preston Prock comes up with it.
Great job by Ethan Winningham with a strip. And we had, to your point, we had about 3 guys trying to gobble it up. Very, very good job on the defensive end. Not only with the pressure, but with the strip. I mean, that's a very heady play by Ethan Winningham.
First turnover of the game. Now Malo looking for Wes Boudreaux on first down. That's incomplete. That's the 10th fumble recovered on the year by this Conway defense.
Just unbelievable on defense. The takeaway margin is still so high with this team. Right there you had Wes Boudreaux cut off the route a little early, and Donovan had him going deeper than that.
2nd and 10. Quick pass out to Boudreaux. Wes gets a head of steam moving north, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, really good job by West. I mean, the guy, not only does he run great routes, quick feet, great hands, he's tough to get down once he gets it for a little bitty guy.
Ball spotted at the 18. A handoff. Is that Lala Smith? Lala pushing it inside the 5.
Nice.
He's got a first down. That'll bring up 1st and goal.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, you go with Boogie, then you get Chambers, then you get Lala. I mean, you don't get any rest on defense when we're running the ball well. Just don't get any rest.
1st and goal from the 4. Hand off to Lala Smith again. He leans forward. He does it. 4-yard touchdown run for Lala Smith. 4th touchdown run of the year.
The last 2 yards, he was literally bulldozing his way in. Tough run. Made contact at the line of scrimmage and was able to get it done from about the 2-yard line on by himself. Nice job, Lala.
Conway offense scoring on 3 straight drives. That extra point looked a little strange again too, but it's good. 20-0, Conway on top, 8:55 to play. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
Your summer adventure starts and stops with the dependable Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Toyota from Phil Wright Autoplex. We still have brand new and pre-owned vehicles arriving weekly. Come experience why so many families are trusting Phil Wright Autoplex here in Russellville. Or shop us online at philwright.com.
So after a big penalty killed Conway's first drive of the game, they've scored on 3 straight drives since. It's been a lot of balance, like we've come to know. 90 yards rushing, 79 yards passing for this Conway offense here in the first half.
Well, and if you take away the first drive, which looked completely dysfunctional, I mean, everything about it was wrong. Everything about it was wrong. But since then, I mean, you've had that pace, that quick, that step, and maybe that's because you're getting some good plays on first down, and I get that, so you can kind of keep the ball rolling, so to speak.
And the defense has certainly been doing their job as well, as that's taken in near the 8. Cole Pace. Man, if he could have stayed on his feet, he might have turned that into something dangerous there.
Yeah, that's going to be a coachable moment for your Wampus Cats again. There was just a lane there that you don't really want to see. I don't think he goes the distance there, but you don't like seeing the returner in open space, especially not around the 25-yard line.
So Catholic takes over, or will begin this drive at the 27. Scott will pass on first down, looking out in the flats. Wade Simpson there. Yeah, it's going to be a short gain for Connor Pruss.
Yeah, really nicely done by Wes and by Wade and a couple of other guys. Ethan got out there as well. I mean, that kind of throw, the completion, it's not worth 1 yard. I mean, you don't want to make that throw and expecting to get 1 yard. That's not what it's there for. So I'll take that all day long. That's a great job by Simpson.
Nathan Peacock bringing the play in, tight end for the Rockets. 2nd and 8 at the 29. They'll hand off to Smith. Garrett Sanders out there.
You almost don't even have to
I mean,
just look at the hit and go, okay, that's Garrett.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it was. I could tell by the sound.
He brings a load, man. He's such a very physical linebacker, and he's built like it. He looks like a linebacker. If you look at him, you go, hey, I don't even care. I know where you're going to play.
Yeah, he definitely does look like a linebacker. Yeah. 3rd and 8 coming up at the 29. Scott rolling out to his right. And he overthrows Luke Driver. Punt team back on for Catholic.
So great coverage on the boundary by, I think that was Trayland out there, I think. Maybe it was Q. But a fantastic job by Ben Chandler on the edge, flying at the quarterback, took the contact, but he forced him to throw before the guy was ready to go. So really a good job by Ben Chandler there.
And Manny Smith.
What?
Back to return the punt.
Okay.
Catholic having to get the last man on the field for the punt team. Grant Hodge punts again. Manny Smith hauls it in at the 30. Cuts it back. Running around still on his feet.
Oh, my God.
Gets past the 35, so a lot of Manny Smith running around for about a 6-yard punt return.
Manny may be out for the next half. He ran about 150 yards to gain about 8 or 9, but you just got to be scared if you're the punt team, coverage team when Manny Smith's got the ball. Nice. Real nice.
7:02 remaining here in the first half. Conway, I missed the flag. 10-yard penalty coming in here.
So that's all penalties for Conway, 0 penalties for Catholic at this point.
It's going to move the spot back to the 27. Well, it's just more green to work with here, Tim Roach.
Yeah, that's not the way I look at it. So thank you for that optimistic approach, but not for me. Ugh.
Hand off to Boogie Carr. Boogie bounces it back out past the 40, past the 50, cuts it back inside. He's got a block from Wes Boudreaux, and he will be down near the 39. I'm tongue-tied trying to keep up with Boogie Carr.
What are you going to say? Boogie left, Boogie right, Boogie down the middle? I mean, he's got every move in the book.
And no time to breathe. Here come your Conway Wampus Cats again. Another handoff to Boogie Carr. Nobody touching him until he gets into the secondary at the 30.
Great job by the offensive line. I mean, this pace of this offense is just unbelievable.
2nd and 1. Fake to Boogie out to Wes Boudreaux. That one was hot.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, and so that had a little bit too much zip on it. That's one that West would love to add back. He knows that that's on him. But, boy, the pace is just wicked.
3rd and 1 at the 30. Trips near side. They fake the clap. It's going to be my new way to phrase that. Omalo under center. He just casually leans forward for a first down.
It's becoming a good play.
It's the old Tom Brady, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
we won the North Side game that way. We've got several first downs that way. He scored that way tonight,
yeah,
right? So,
already
yeah.
scored his fifth rushing touchdown of the year and picks up a first down there. Give it to Boogie Carr here. Boogie getting it down to the 22.
Fantastic job there by Sean Tufu and Debo cutting across, pulling across, and sealing that off for Boogie. Nice job there.
2nd and 4. Gives it to Jalen Chambers. Jalen picks up enough for the first down. Keeping those chains moving.
Well, he's just a good hard runner. And again, right in behind Debo there again with another great block. Offensive line really working right now.
Inside the 20 now. Manny Smith in motion. Omalo's going to keep it. Cuts it in. Down near the 10. They'll spot him at the 11.
Boy, that I really thought Chambers had it there. And but that play is going to be critical, by the way. Not only this week, but next week. That's going to be a critical play. You're going to see some of that next week.
2nd and 4 down to the 11. Does give it to Chambers this time. Chambers does a little hop over the line. And he appears to be struggling to get up as the training staff comes out. And we'll go ahead and take a break here as they attend to him. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
When you bank with First Security, you're choosing real support for you and for our home state. So friends, families, and fellow Arkansans find better solutions together. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Back live at War Memorial, they're still looking at Jalen Chambers down there. Brooke Mines and Jacob Walton Connor. They do such a great job, but I don't really like to have to call their names.
No, they don't want to be. They don't want to be talked about ever. Talk to both of them. They would rather remain in the background. But good to see Chambers getting up. That was a tough run, and he, when you're fighting for yards like that, you can get bent and torqued in all different ways because guys are flying at the ball. They're flying at all different parts, just trying to get a piece of you. Good to see him walking off under his own pressure. I mean,
Wes Boudreaux just
ran into
him. That was kind of you, Wes.
Yeah, no. Thanks, Wes.
Well, as we come back here, it's 3rd and 2 at the 9. Boogie Carr back in the backfield.
This is 4-down territory for the Wampus Cats. You don't expect them to try to kick a field goal, but so you probably have 2 good chances here to pick this up.
They'll give it to Boogie. He's going to bounce it out. He's got space on the out on the far side. A flag coming in. He's going to erase a touchdown run here. As they're going to get Wes Boudreaux out on that far side as he was trying to seal that block.
Yeah. I think we've got like 6 coaches on the sidelines in black, and all 6 were on the field. None too happy with that call, but it is what it is. Got to keep moving forward.
So that'll make it 3rd and 9. Still manageable here as Omalo rolls out to his left. He's got Manny Smith in the end zone. That's almost picked off.
Yeah, that closed very well. That Sam Sanders closed very well at the very end there.
And we will see the field goal unit come on. As it will be a 33-yard attempt for Adrian Mejia. That would tie his longest on the year. He's 4 for 5 on the year. Snap is good. Hold is good. And the kick is no good.
That, man, it looks weird off his foot again.
Yeah,
it's not hitting it solid.
Was spinning sideways, which we're just not used to seeing from him. He usually has just over the top, and you talk about it all the time. I don't know if we ever talked about it on air, but it's got that nice rhythm to it that almost like kind of like a helicopter feeling to it.
You see a lot of kicks, a lot of kickers when they kick it. It has a very fast over the top spin. That's the way you want it, up and down, up and down. And his has a little bit of a slower rotation to it, which means you're really kicking the meat of the ball. But that kick there was the side spin. He just didn't catch it at all.
So after the missed field goal, Catholic will take over, start their drive at the 20, and that's going to start with a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, and boy, nicely done. Is that Jemison again back there in the back? It is, and also Quay. Really, I mean, literally in the backfield, nobody in front of him, just a great play.
4:27 to play here in the second quarter. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 19. Four receivers set for the Rockets. And Scott looking near side. He connects with Connor Pruss. Connor makes a move back inside, past the 50, down inside the 40.
Yeah, played a soft zone there, and they found him right in that spot in that pocket there. And really good job after the catch.
That's the biggest play of the night for Catholic.
Yeah, I got our defense a little bit on our heels here. That throw was a great throw, very well timed. When you spot it up in the zone like that and you deliver, I mean, you're forcing, as a defense, you're forcing him to throw it on time and make a great route because on the boundary there's just not a lot of room, and they connected on it very well there.
The Rockets down to the 38. Scott passing again, finds Connor Pruss again, looked like the same exact play. That'll be a gain of 9 this time.
Yeah, good. Another good throw, good connection. They've kind of found a spot there. Complete change out of the defensive line here.
Well, it'll be an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2 from the 30. So we pass the 3-minute mark. Catholic fans showing some life. Scott looking to pass right over the middle. That's picked off by Traylon McClure. Traylon trying to turn on the Jets, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and he will be taken down at the 30. Wow. Traylon McClure just jumped right in front of that pass. His 2nd interception of the year. There's a flag on the far side of the field near the 40.
I would like to enjoy the interception, but unfortunately I'm consumed by what the flag is for. Sideline warning, is that what he said?
On Charlie Brown when the adults are talking, that's what it sounds like trying to hear the officials all the way up here in the booth.
Yeah, and so, I mean, that's just a sign of chippiness and as well. I mean, our offensive, our coaches on the sidelines working hard as well, and that's a trivial call. But, hey, great play by Traylon. Jumped the route. Thought he was going to go for 6 for a short time there.
Conway starts at the 29, pass it out to Boogie Carr, and they're going to say that was a lateral.
No chance that was a lateral.
So that's going to be a loss of about 7.
Wow.
So 2nd and 17 coming up now. Omalo rolling out, looking for Manny Smith. Just put a little bit too much on that, a little high for Manny.
Yeah, he got it. That's where he's rolling to his strength side. And boy, you can tell he doesn't have any arm strength problems. I mean, that was Manny to the point where he's like, is that really for me? So, yeah.
So 2:12 to play, 3rd and 17. Malo pushed up in the pocket. Under pressure, can't step fully into that one.
This is the, yeah, fourth and
17 at the 36.
Might see the pooch kick formation here. I don't see anybody moving from the sidelines. So looks like the offense is going to stay.
Conway 63% on fourth downs this year.
This would
be a longer variety.
This is going to be a tough one here.
Omalo going deep for Wes Boudreaux. Wes had a couple steps. The pass overthrown.
Yeah, he had him. He had him. It was a great route, good throw. Just a little too much on it. Well, defense got you the ball back last time. Put you in a position, a couple of penalties there, or a penalty and then what was deemed to be a lateral. And you don't get anything going, so it's just one of those drives that felt like that was going to be the game breaker there. But
that was the 15th interception on the year for this Conway defense. 10 fumbles, so 25 forced turnovers for this defense this year, plus 17 on the turnover differential. Catholic starts with a handoff to Smith here. We're under 2 minutes to play. Catholic with all 3 timeouts. But really no rush here.
Yeah, and that's I find that a little strange. Maybe with 2nd and 10 you might go slower, but 2nd and 5 I would think you would pick it up a little bit quicker.
Ball at the 40. Scott will keep it this time and just falls forward past the 40 to the 41. So clock will continue to roll here. I think Catholic's just happy to try and get to halftime with this Conway score stuck at 20.
Yeah, I mean it's
surprised Conway hasn't called a timeout.
Yeah, I as well. But I will tell you, at 20, that's not a score that anyone would really have expected coming in, given how the two teams performed to date. But again, that's the reason why they play the game. You've got to come out and do it on the field, and the Wampus Cats have just not looked very sharp tonight.
50 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 5. Scott passing, looking for Smith in the flats. That's incomplete, so with 42 seconds left, I'd expect Catholic to punt here.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They've got to punt here.
So Conway will have all 3 timeouts left. The punt team will, in fact, come on for the Rockets. So Conway, if you get a nice return here, all 3 timeouts left, about probably 35 seconds maybe.
Yeah, that's,
if you don't fair catch it.
The way we run, it's really not. That's not really a problem to try to get at least in scoring range.
Grant Hodge has had to work tonight. He gets that punt off. Wes Boudreaux calls for the fair catch. And that will be spotted at the 19. There's a flag back on the other side of the field near the 40 at midfield. It's going to be a hold against your Wampus Cats.
I mean, it's just a nightmare penalty-wise. If they're trying to get my angst up, they are doing a very good job. I mean, it's literally no penalties.
That is the
Catholic.
7th penalty against your Wampus Cats, and you so accurate, Tim Roach. 0 for the Catholic Rockets.
I mean, it's just
easy to keep track of.
Yeah, no, it's all one way at this point, and I get penalties. They occur and they're in the game, but wow, this is amazing.
Well, that moves it back to the 9, so 91 yards to go for this Conway offense. 36 seconds on the clock. They'll pitch it to Manny Smith. Manny cuts back upfield. Coming back near side. Nope, going back the other way. Past the 20. That's good enough for a first down. 29 seconds. The clock stops. Omalo looking for Rome Fields. Rome gets the catch. It's going to be a gain of about 7 or 8, and Conway will call a timeout.
Really good route there, good push. Awesome that we have enough timeouts to be able to work not only the edges and then, maybe not get out of bounds, but you can work the middle of the field here. You can do anything really with 18 seconds. Now you can't really run the ball. Now we could do a pop on the middle if we time it right, but really you're looking to work the ball down the field, passing the ball, and again the middle of the field is going to be open.
18 seconds, 2 timeouts. They started at the 9. The ball now at the 31. We know what you've got in your kicker. He struggled a little bit tonight.
Yeah, hasn't hit the ball very well.
Be an empty backfield for Omalo. He finds Rome Fields for the first down. Rome gets out of bounds at the 46. 13 seconds on the clock. Think they take a deep shot here, Tim Roach?
Possibly. You got to get about 30 yards here to get in range to make it a kickable spot for Mejia.
Get it out to Manny Smith in the flats. He's got blockers. Bounces it back out near the sideline. Picks up the first down. The clock will stop with 6 seconds.
Yeah. Now
Conway going to go ahead and call their second timeout.
Yeah, now you're really only down to one play. You'd have to be able to get it very quickly on the boundary to pick up, about 10 yards or so. You might be able to get that within 6 seconds, but I doubt it. You're not going to be able to do anything in the middle of the field. It has to be on the outside.
So if you could, ideally, you're trying to get to the 33, 32,
right,
somewhere in there to set up a likely kick for Mejia.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's really likely because you're
the
kicking
wind
into a steady north breeze. So I think what this is about is, all right, just got to go long, got to throw it up, unless you want to do what like Tyreek Hill did against the Cowboys one year, and that is give it to him in space, give it to Manny in space, and let him just try to figure it out. But they're going to drop everybody back, rush maybe 2 or 3.
Finds Wes Boudreaux on the quick out. He gets out of bounds right at between the 31 and 32. 2 seconds left.
Yeah, I think they're going to still throw it. They're just getting themselves in range.
So final play here. Omalo launches one up. Wes Boudreaux in the vicinity. It's going to be a jump ball, and who comes down with it? Who else? Manny Smith. There's a flag in the backfield. And it's going to be a holding. It's going to wipe out the play. Man, oh man. Tim Roach. Oh, Manny Smith, jump ball. Who else would it have been? So you have to repeat the down.
What do you want me to say here at this point? So it is. So you made the play, you made the great play happen. That's awesome. And that's file that away. You learned a little bit about yourselves and what you can do and what you can't do, and I like that piece of it. But yeah,
not very frequently that you are at a loss of words. That brings the spot back to the 47. Conway's going to call their final timeout. Tim Roach, come on.
Well, it's so frustrating as a fan, but also just watching it up here and seeing it happen. And I know Coach Fimple is getting a chance to. I think he took the timeout, to be honest with you, just so he could talk to the officials. I mean, it's borderline ridiculous.
Well, that's
at this point.
9 penalties now against your Wampus Cats, 85 yards. And did you remember how many there were against Catholic?
I can tell you in a word, 0.
Still 0.
Less than 0. It is just.
Oh, I'm getting a live update from Stats. Yep, still 0.
You had to phone that in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phone a friend.
Yeah.
Stats, Scott Taylor.
I mean, that's so, and what's so bad about that is you executed the play and you don't get rewarded for it for yet again another penalty.
You think Manny Smith might, I don't know, play some basketball this year? Senior year? Just come on out, man.
I don't know. Manny looks great, though, at anything. I'm guessing he's going to focus on football, but, hey, I'd let him play.
Well, let's just do it again. And I'll hand it off to Boogie Carr here. Boogie, a lot of space out on that far side, but he'll go down around the 38. That will do it for the first half. Your Wampus Cats up 20-0 over Little Rock Catholic. Man, oh man, Tim Roach.
Ooh.
Final thoughts on the first half?
Well, it's been a tough go. We've not played very well. We haven't had any help at all whatsoever here. So, look, regroup, come back, try to be sharp the second half.
Conway Regional halftime show coming up on Conway Corp after this break.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, and we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
Hi, I'm Kate McConnell from Smith Ford, a proud member of the Smith Ford family. As a mom, I'll help you find a vehicle that fits your family's needs. Whether you have 2 kids or 4, Smith Ford has the vehicle that's right for you. Ford has vehicles for all families. This F-150 has enough room for 3 car seats. Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway on exit 127.
Thank you for your business. Thank you for your business.
Back live in Little Rock at War Memorial Stadium. Your Wampus Cats up 20-0 over Little Rock Catholic. Wampus Cats looking to move to 8-1 on the year, 6-0 in 7A Central play. We will have the second half coming up in about 20 minutes. But time now for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Welcome back. It is the Conway Regional Health System halftime show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Dr. Thad Harden from Conway Regional Health System. Hello, Dr. Harden. We're going to talk about men's health today. And we're a couple of guys. You're in that field that takes care of guys. I'm in that field of men that don't always go to the doctor when they're supposed to. Why do we do that? Why do we not go see our doctor enough?
Well, don't feel bad. You're in the majority when you're a man that doesn't go to the doctor very often. So don't beat yourself up about that.
Okay.
Man, so I think there's 2 major reasons. One is just education. Men don't know what they don't know until they find out too late that they didn't know it. You know, they didn't know that they should be going to see the doctor every year. And then what I've come in contact with closely or recently with my own family is I don't want to find out bad news. That ignorance is bliss. You know, I'm cool with the way things are. I don't want someone to tell me something bad, like I need to start a cholesterol pill or a blood pressure pill, or heaven forbid, I need to get my prostate checked, you know? So it's one of those things where either I have no idea, I'm not educated about it, or I just don't want to know.
Guys need to have some creative ways to get to them sometimes. And I know that you and Conway Regional have worked on some of those. What are some of the ways that you're working to reach men?
So number one, we have Conway Regional has started a new heart and health screening. It's $99 and it's a comprehensive heart health test. So for that guy that maybe has a family history of heart disease, but is not having any symptoms, or maybe I don't even have insurance and I can't afford to go see the cardiologist. Well, here's a $99 option. Hey, where am I at? And then with that information, you can decide I need to look a little bit further or not. And so it's certainly the services that are provided are much more than $99. So they're making it at a price point where it's affordable and you're getting some significant information that can, and I can tell you, they'll catch people with high cholesterol and heart disease and lead to early detection of those things. And that's how we save lives, is that early detection. And then lastly, for me, near and dear to my heart, is the Duck Derby. And that's our fundraiser to help. It's a duck hunting tournament, big event to raise money to provide for men's health initiatives in our area. And so that's paid for promotional events. It's paid for educational events. We're currently in the process of acquiring a mobile health unit where we can take health and health care to the man rather than have the man come to us.
And I know the place to find out more is conwayregional.org about those and anything else that's going on health-wise. Dr. Harden, thank you. I know you're with us every year, and I appreciate you once again being with us.
Hey, man, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Good evening, Wampus Cat fans. My name is Kennedy Smith, and welcome to this week's Sports Report. The Lady Cat volleyball team is competing at the state tournament this week, held in Fort Smith. They had a bye for the first round and played against Bentonville in the second round. Conway lost the first 2 sets, but after an incredible comeback, they won in a very close 5 sets. Conway advanced to the semifinals, playing Fayetteville on Thursday. Conway cross-country teams competed at their conference meet on Monday. Meg Swindle placed first in the girls' race, leading her team to be awarded conference champions for the 3rd year in a row. The boys placed 3rd in their race. Both teams will be competing at state next week, held in Oaklawn. Wrapping up the week for the Conway Wampus Cats, my name is Kennedy Smith, and this has been your weekly sports report. Go Cats!
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Sitting at 7-1 and competing for a conference title in the final weeks of the regular season, the Wampus Cats are enjoying their best season in 7 years. One of the key components to the Cats' success this year has been the running game. With multiple games of 200-plus rushing yards as a team, the Wampus Cats' running attack has been one of the best in the state this season. While Boogie Carr has been the feature back for the Cats, getting the majority of the team's rushing yards, another back for Conway has made a Texas-sized impact on the team this season. Junior running back Jalen Chambers transferred to Conway from Texas this past summer and immediately showed his talent in summer camp. While he was making plays on the field, Chambers says that having to adjust to a new city and a new team was a challenge for him.
Mainly really trying to learn a new playbook, get cool with the guys, the team, try to not fit in, but show the guys that they can trust me on the field, they can trust me like they getting water or anything, they can go get water. Trust me to actually do my job on the field and, basically just fit in.
Although Chambers didn't see the field much at the beginning of the season, the plays he made when given the opportunity forced the coaching staff's hand to get him more touches, even experimenting with 2 back sets to get Carr and Chambers on the field at the same time. Chambers says his consistency in getting yards every play and keeping the team ahead of the chains is what makes him a standout back for the Cats.
Me really just getting the ball, going straight downhill, and basically getting like 4 or 5 yards or more. Basically, I feel like I'm a power back, really.
As Conway looks to improve to 8-1 this week before facing Bryan in a massive 7A showdown, look for Chambers to continue to be a big piece of the Conway rushing attack as the Cats get ready to chase a trip to War Memorial Stadium to play for a state championship.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
After back-and-forth touchdowns, North Little Rock beats Northside to prevent an upset. I'm Morgan Henry, and this is the 7A Central Report. Starting off with last week's results, Conway dominates Central, beating the Tigers for the 10th consecutive time. Quarterback Donovan Amala was 15 of 17 passing for 194 yards and 4 touchdowns, and wide receiver Wes Boudreaux caught 4 passes for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running back Boogie Carr carried 12 times for 55 yards and 1 touchdown, and Jalen Chambers scored twice for the Wampus Cats. This was Conway's 7th win in a row. Conway is on the road this week as they face Catholic. Catholic beats Southwest in their first victory of the season. Rockets quarterback Preston Scott finished 16 of 24 passes for 220 yards and 1 touchdown for Catholic. Joseph Smith ran 15 times for 64 yards and scored twice for Catholic as they led 24-0 at halftime and 31-0 at the beginning of the 4th. Southwest is on the road this week as they take on Central. North Little Rock used momentum to beat Northside 28-21. Northside's quarterback Walker Katsavius threw a 61-yard touchdown pass to Ja'Kavion King that tied the game at 14 in the second half. North Little Rock was soon back on top as junior running back Torrance Moore ran 3 yards for a touchdown midway through the 3rd, making the score 28-14. Northside answered early in the 4th after Katsavius completed a pass to Julian Martinez, which put Northside within a touchdown. However, North Little Rock's defense kept Northside from scoring, and the Charging Wildcats defeated the Grizzlies. Northside is at home this week as they face the Cabot Panthers. The Bryant Hornets' winning streak continues as they beat Cabot 45-20 at Panther Stadium. Bryant finished the night with 577 yards of total offense as they moved efficiently through the game. The Hornets were 6 of 7 on both third down and red zone attempts and averaged 4.6 more yards per play than Cabot. Their time of possession was just under a minute less than Cabot, and 30 of its 61 plays were first downs. This week's Player of the Week, Carson Burnett, finished the night 15 of 19 passes for 299 yards and 4 touchdowns. Burnett's main target, Robert Hendrix, caught 4 passes for 83 yards, averaging around 21 yards a catch. Bryant prepares for a big game this week as they host North Little Rock. Wrapping up for this week, I'm Morgan Henry, and this has been the 7A Central Report.
Welcome back. It is the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach, and we're also joined by Ray Tolliver, offensive lineman for the Wampus Cats. And Ray, whenever we talk to the senior in our senior spotlight, we always like to know, where did your football journey begin? Was it Optimist? Was it somewhere else? Where did things start for you that led you to this point of your football journey?
It was Optimist. It was 4th grade, I believe. I was on the Titans. We were a pretty bad team, but I dominated. That was back when I played defense.
Well, Ray, we've been getting a chance to see you dominate on Friday nights now, and you're such a physical blocker. So we know that you prepare physically for each game, but what do you do to prepare yourself mentally each week? How do you get in the right frame of mind?
Really just going over plays with coach, watching film, and then pregame Fridays, just listening to music and just locking in.
So you've had to face some pretty good defensive lines thus far this year. Can you tell me who you think was the toughest and why they were that tough?
The toughest definitely had to be North Little Rock. Number 6 was a different type of animal, and the slants he pulled, how physical he was just crazy.
Now, Ray, you mentioned a few moments ago about the coaching that you guys receive, and I know you got a couple of great ones on the offensive line, Coach D and Colton Jackson. Talk about your relationship with them and how they've kind of helped put you guys at a really successful point in the year.
Where I begin with them, just coming in 2 summers ago, they whipped us into shape immediately. Just our technique, how we operate on the line changed completely, and it made us a better team overall.
What are some of the things that they've taught you that maybe you didn't know through from 4th grade up until 10th grade? What's something that you picked up from them?
Our pad level, our footwork whenever we're doing our pad sets, keeping our inside foot high, double teaming, make sure we're getting in on like the player's hip and moving them out of there. Just little things that add up to big wins.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of big wins, and we think there's a lot more to come. Ray, we appreciate you, and thanks for being in the Senior Spotlight this week.
Thank you for giving me this chance.
My name is Jerry Stewart. I'm the Administrator of Information Risk and Compliance, and this is how I work. Cumulatively, I've been with Conway Corp for 17 years now. I begin each morning looking mostly at my email to help in the training of employees with security awareness. I look at their reported phishing alerts. We run simulated phishing tests to help our employees better understand security risks and to be able to identify them on a daily basis. After that, a lot of the day is spent monitoring security events and determining whether or not they're security incidents or normal business that just looks abnormal. I don't always sit behind my desk sending phishing emails to people, but a lot of people, that's the way they see me at Conway Corporation, because that's my most public face in the company. In my role in information security at Conway Corporation, it began more as a cross with a security engineer. So that would have been someone who also made firewall changes and network device access list changes, things like that. And since then, it's gone more of a regulatory compliance and risk assessment role. I enjoy my job because it's different every day. It may sound like I do the same thing every morning, but I can promise you by about 9 o'clock, it's changing every day. Somebody has a question, something needs to be addressed, something needs to be assessed. Sometimes people click on things they shouldn't, even after all the training, and that makes for an interesting day. My dad started working in Conway Corp when he was 18 years old, I believe. So I've grown up with Conway Corp. I've known Conway Corp is a great company to work for. I believe it's one of the best companies to work for in this area. When given the opportunity that I had a skill set I could give to Conway Corporation, I was glad when they hired me, and I couldn't imagine working anywhere else. I think if there's one thing that I could let the rest of our employees know, it would be that I'm more approachable than you might think. If you make a mistake, I would rather hear about it than to find out on my own, because then I have a lot more work to do to try to figure out what happened. If you click on something and you see a warning, or, it'd be great, drop me an email, give me a call, let me know what happened, and that way I can address it, because I promise you I've already got an alert that you did it.
Would have been 2nd down and 5, instead 1st and 10. That's Hillis. Hillis fights his way over the right side across midfield. Hillis across the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Peyton Hillis, touchdown.
Man. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Ball on the near side. Edwards rolls right, looks and throws. He's got a man. Stephen Moore. Touchdown. Back live here at War Memorial. Your Wampus Cats up 20-0 over Little Rock Catholic. Got a couple minutes left on the clock. I'm sure they'll probably add a couple more, but I'm going to go ahead and check back in. Your Wampus Cats came back out on the field probably the quickest I've seen them come back on the field all season.
Yeah, normally.
It's like 4 minutes left and they came out.
This is, they got said what they needed to get said, and it's over. Let's move on.
Catholic starting to trickle out as well on the north end zone. Let's go ahead and look at the first half stats compiled by Scott Stats Taylor. So big first down disparity for your Wampus Cats. Big rushing yard disparity. And slightly big passing yard disparity. Total offense 295 for your Wampus Cats, 106 for Catholic, and Conway winning the turnover battle 2-0. Had a strip sack, or not a sack, but it stripped the ball, got a fumble recovery, and an interception from Traylon McClure. But Tim, 20-0. It seems good, but you got to feel like these Wampus Cats have left points on the board.
Yeah, I hate
literally 2 touchdowns called back.
2 touchdowns called back due to penalties. And, I hate feeling bad about being up 20-0 at half. And when you look at the stats, you go, okay. I mean, that's the stats actually are very reflective of the score. You would have to say 106 yards total for Catholic and almost 300 for the Wampus Cats. But it just feels really like there was so much yet to be done, and we just didn't get the opportunity. When our offense was clicking, when we were really kind of doing our thing in those 3 drives, those 3 touchdowns, you kind of had that normal feeling that Wampus Cats are they're used to, in that it's just going to happen. It's just a matter of when. But other than that, and other than a couple of good defensive stops, it just has felt really dysfunctional.
Yeah, the Wampus Cats' first drive stalled out because of a penalty, and then the next 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and then
penalties. We've not overcome the penalties on offense very well. Our defense has really faced adversity a couple of times and done well, and so it's just about not struggling when you get something bad happening to you, and offensively, when something bad has happened from officials making a call that didn't go your way, you've got to be able to overcome those things, and I have a feeling that's one of the things that Coach Fimple was talking about. He's frustrated like everybody else is with the way that the officials have called the ball game, and that's just going to happen when you play football. But his message has got to be, you got to overcome that. You can't lay on that.
Boogie Carr about 8 yards shy of the century mark tonight on 9 carries, and he's closing in on 900 yards for the year. So some milestones to pay attention to for Boogie. Jalen Chambers had 4 carries for 44 yards and a score, that 24-yard score that he had in the first half. Lala Smith, 2 for 18 and a score, and Donovan Amalo, 3 carries for 9 yards, and he had the 1-yard sneaker to score in the first half. And Donovan came out, I think he was like 8 of 9 to start the game. Slowed down a little bit, 16 of 22. Still very efficient tonight, 132 yards. But he's had 2 touchdown passes wiped out by penalties.
Yeah, and anybody that knows me or listens to me knows that I've got this kind of thing that I get worked up about. But truly, you have to be able to overcome those things. And I get 2 scores, taking them off the board. That's tough. But mentally, you have to check yourself in and say, it's not about them. It's about us doing our job. Don't hold. Don't jump. Don't whatever. Make the plays you got to make.
And it's good news for your Wampus Cats, the offense in particular, because you get the ball to start the second half.
All because of Manny Smith's great call to start the ball game. So give it up to Manny for a good coin toss.
Let's hear it for Manny Smith.
Yeah, go ahead. All right. So
he doesn't get enough cheers. Let's give him some more.
So the Wampus Cats are going to go into the wind to start the third quarter, and that's actually a factor. I mean, kicking the ball into that wind, it's one of the reasons why we didn't kick there late in the first half. That's a steady breeze as you look at it from your left to right.
Jed Straisel kicking off for the Rockets, a senior. That ball getting pushed way back. Oh, man, here we go. Chris O'Neal, he's hit out of bounds at the 47. He had a touchdown return a few weeks ago, 95 yards. Man, oh man, he got a good spark for your Wampus Cats there.
The sea parted. I mean, he had some green there. Great tackle by Catholic. I mean, great blocking at the point of about the 20-yard line, but also around the 45. Will Vent, great kick-out block.
Love to see the big play on special teams.
Good start.
Get this Conway offense going. Start here with a handoff to Boogie Carr. Boogie snaking in there for a short gain.
You may be down to just 2 backs now in this second half. Don't know the status of Chambers, but you're going to have to see a lot more Lala this half.
2nd and 8. Omalo keeps and finds Manny Smith on the slant. Manny inside the 40.
Well, really good tackle there. That is dangerously close to being 6. 1 shoestring tackle away from making that happen. Good crossing route by Manny. Just got behind the linebackers and just in front of the safeties.
Down to the 38, trips to the left. Get it out to Manny again. That bounces off of his knee. That was almost dangerous.
That was a bullet. Boy, Donovan is these quick hitches, he is getting them out there in a heartbeat.
2nd and 10. Give it to Boogie Carr. Boogie pumping those legs.
This is a spot, again, 4-down territory, and this is a spot where you'd almost think you'd go for that, try to draw them off sides, but Catholic has been pretty good about holding still.
3rd and 8. Malo steps up. He's going to keep it. Down to the 30. It's going to set up 4th and short.
Yeah, he got what he could out of that. The pocket broke down on the backside and saw some space. Good job by Catholic just to come up and make the play, but again, 4-down territory.
4th and 2. They'll go trips to the near side. Give it to Boogie. Boogie makes a juke. Makes a Catholic Rocket defender miss and easily picks up the first down.
Yeah, boy, this guy just feels weird. He's making the move, hesitating at the line of scrimmage. What confidence in your offensive line there.
Malo under pressure, gets the screen set up to Boogie Carr. Boogie following his blocker down near the 10. It was Aaron Smith out there getting the block to pick up some extra yards.
Yeah, he had about 3 blocks in one possession there. Great job by Aaron Smith.
1st and 10 from the 11. Manny Smith in motion. Omalo's going to roll out that direction. Tosses one up out of bounds. Is just nothing there. Makes the smart choice.
That's a very good play by Donovan. Really nothing open at all. He had Manny trying to break free. West was trying to get to the boundary. Nothing there. And just a good decision of not trying to force it this far down in the red zone.
2nd and 10. They'll go big. Jalen Chambers back in. Fighting for some tough yards. Good to see Jalen back on the field.
Nice. Okay, you got to consider here the way Mejia's hit the ball tonight, and again kicking into the wind. You may be in 4-down territory right here.
3rd and 8 at the 9. Conway.
If we run the ball here, I think it's a sign.
They fake. Find Clay Fisher on the slant. Clay Fisher walks it in for the 9-yard touchdown pass.
Wow. What a great call by Coach Kelly, and just a great route by Clay Fisher. Perfect throw, execution. That was probably the best executed play of the drive. I mean, it was so wide open.
It's his 19th catch of the year. 3rd touchdown. There we go. It's a good-looking PAT from Adrian Mejia.
Yeah, that was throttled.
27-0, 9:27 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp.
It began in 1997 with one goal, community first. It grew, reaching farther and farther across the state of Arkansas. Now, we're on the move again, ready to show our commitment to the people of Conway. Ready to continue the effort to revitalize our downtown with a state-of-the-art banking facility. Ready to live out our firm belief that community is everywhere. And now, community is here.
Live at War Memorial. Going to get a look at the replay here. Malo.
Almost uncovered, really, was Clay Fisher. I mean, they had a triple package out wide, and nobody went with Clay. It was a great read by Donovan, but just a really easy pitch and catch. Nice.
His first official passing touchdown of the night.
Don't get me started.
I would never bait you like that, Tim Roach.
Yes, you are. You're trying. Great opening drive of the second half. Really, really good job by your offense.
He kicking into the wind. That ball's going to be taken in around the 8. Who's that in there? Colin Goodman?
Yeah. Is really kind of a special teams guy. He's come on here lately. Makes a lot of plays. A good varsity, junior varsity player. Plays all over on the defensive side. Really good stick there and open the field.
Boogie Carr on that last possession went over 100 yards on the night. 102 on 12 carries.
You know, some of those have been really tough. He's had one good long run, but they've really been just tough 5, 10-yard runs.
Catholic has been held scoreless tonight. They start things off with a run to Smith. That's quickly gobbled up. Who was closing in there? Kelgin
Thomas.
Yeah, Kelgin Thomas.
Nicely done, nicely done.
Gain of just 1. 2nd and 9 from the 26. Scott will pass on 2nd down, gets the ball out quickly. Wow, Traylon McClure reading that all the way from the snap. Or no, excuse me, Troy Wiseman.
Troy, yeah, wow.
Making a diving catch, and now Coach Fogelman's talking to him.
Nice job.
Can you not maybe, Troy? That's what I think he was saying.
Wow.
I mean, he read that
perfectly.
Right from the snap.
You know, they had double stack on the other side. I was watching that because Bryant runs a lot of that. We'll see a lot of that next week.
So 3rd and 9. Scott picked off by Ashton Waller near the 30. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Diving in. Ashton Waller. They're going to call him out at the 1. Man, oh, man.
I just can't take it. What a great, and here's the thing, that over the middle throw is that's a read by your defensive player, Ashton Waller. Great read. Quarterback never saw him. And did he go out of bounds?
Unless they could see his foot down there, it's hard to tell from our angle exactly. But man, oh man, Ashton Waller almost getting his 2nd pick 6 of the year. Is that just his 2nd interception?
No.
That's his 3rd interception. Yeah. So 1st and goal from the 1. They give it to Chambers. He dives in, and he is not denied. Jalen Chambers, 2nd touchdown of the night.
Ashton's going, you got my touchdown. That's my touchdown. That's my touchdown. And you got it. Great finish by the offensive line, and Chambers really good, by the way, really good to see him back in the ball game. Defense stepping up and making plays. It's just kind of what's been done.
Here comes the offense back.
Yeah, going to go for 2. Yeah. Well, we've been trailing that 1 extra point for a while now.
Of course, if you pick up the 2 here, it engages the sportsmanship rule.
Yeah.
I have a running clock the rest of the way.
And really gives our guys a chance to get some rest, and that's a really good decision here by Coach Keith. Hope we get it.
Omalo rolling out to his left for Manny Smith. The 2-point conversion is successful. 35-0, Conway on top. We'll have a rolling clock the rest of the way. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corp.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, and we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
been a great start to the second half for your Conway Wampus Cats. As we get a look at the 1-yard dive. Man, he took a hard hit there, Jalen Chambers did. Got his second touchdown on the ground tonight.
Yeah, it seems like he always takes the hardest of hits, and it's just the way he plays, I guess. But, man, really good stick right there at the goal line by Catholic.
Of course, all of this set up by the interception return down to the 1-yard line by Ashton Waller. And, Tim, you've had a chance to look at it again.
No.
You think he scored, huh?
Yeah, he scored. I mean, oh, my gosh, he scored.
Well, his miss is Jalen Chambers' reward, I guess.
That's going to be a David's Burger that has to be purchased and gifted out.
The clock already running here in the stadium. It's Adrian Mejia set to kick into the wind. That's recovered at the 12. Catholic's going to have good starting field position at the 35.
Yeah, that ball just absolutely does. You can see it from our angle here. Just hits the wind and just stops. Again, need to kind of clean up our kickoff team and not allow these lanes to happen. Bryant gets those lanes like that, that's going to be trouble.
Expect to start seeing some new faces here on defense. Get those to you as we see them. Hudson Wallace in at safety. Javion Ware in at corner.
Did you say Hudson Wallace?
I did. I said Hudson Wallace. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Drew Canterbury, is he in there too?
No, not yet. But
who's that? That's 28.
That's John Carter Kraft.
All right.
Colin Goodman out there. Yeah. New faces.
2nd and 6. It's going to be maybe a gain of a few inches on 2nd down.
Quay stuck it in there. One of the few starters that are out there kind of anchoring the line at this point.
Is it Seth Fortune or Stevie Walker that's on defense?
Seth Fortune.
All right, Seth Fortune.
Yeah, good linebacker.
Junior. Number 34, you see him in the middle.
You'll see him a lot next year.
3rd and 6 coming up for the Rockets.
Checking out of the original play.
Scott.
Oops.
That's going to be picked off by Javion Ware as it was tipped by Wade Simpson. 3rd interception of the night for this Conway defense.
Wade is so unhappy yet happy. I mean, he made a great play on the ball, made the pick happen. And Ware right there, good Oski rule right on the boundary, good coverage. You know what? If he doesn't tip it, I still think he gets it. He's had such good tight coverage there.
So we're up to 17 interceptions now on the year, 10 fumbles, 4 turnovers in this game, 3 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown, and 1 fumble recovered. This Conway team at plus 19 now in turnover differential. Get a pass out, swing pass out for Lala Smith. He's going to cut it back upfield. He's got the first down and more, down to the 22.
Great job on the outside there by Lane Collins, number 14. Great block, and now you're getting to see a new offensive line coming in. And Sam Gregg.
Sam Gregg checking in, junior quarterback. See Jaden Hughes, Chris O'Neill in at receiver. That Will Vent in the slot on the far side. Start with a handoff to Lala Smith. It's going to be a loss of 2 or 3 on first down.
Yeah, didn't quite get the play started, and you rushed the offensive line out there for the first play. Didn't really, sometimes it's hard to get set, get your mojo going, get a little sweat worked up. No excuses, you got to make the block there, but there are better days ahead for this offensive line.
4:20 on the clock, ticking down. 2nd and 13. Sam Gregg passing over the middle for Jaden Hughes. Pass just a little low.
Yeah, a little bit to the backside. Had the right mechanics, the right move, good route. Just got to deliver the ball in a lead fashion rather than at the target. So listen, Sam's got a cannon. I mean, we talk about Donovan's arm, but this is a guy that plays second base for the Wampus Cat baseball team, and he's just got a great arm.
Gets it out quickly to Chris O'Neill. Chris following his block. Gets it down near the 20. Bring up 4th and 8.
Yeah, good job. This is, again, another name you're going to see a lot more of, especially next year. But as we go into the playoffs, Chris O'Neill could play a big role. He's one of those guys that has been a fringe player, fringe varsity guy, but has played enough varsity, has a score on a kickoff against Cabot.
Had a great return here tonight.
Yeah, he's a dynamic player.
Sam Gregg rolling out to his right. He's looking for Lane Collins.
Yeah, it's too bad, too. Boy, what a great block by Lala out on the edge. Given Sam enough time, he probably could have run for a first down, maybe. But also a good decision to try to throw it. That's what the play's designed to do. Just came up short.
So turnover on downs. Catholic will take over at the 21. Still a lot of starters out there on defense. It's Jemison chasing down new quarterback in, William. Is that William Timmis? No, it's 16.
Sam
It's
Sanders.
Sam Sanders.
Yeah, Sam Sanders played a lot of
plays on defense.
Yeah, and played a lot of quarterback for their JV team last year, and really, to be honest with you, he was a handful. He was a load. He can run the ball really well, and that's what you just saw there. He's a good runner.
On a loss of 1, give Jemison the sack. Quay Stuckett trying to come in for a sack as well, and Sanders connects deep with Connor Pruss. Connor Pruss taking it 80 yards for the score.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you don't throw. I mean, we've had multiple fouls on us. This guy's waving by as he goes into the end zone.
Yeah, you can see Ben Chandler calling for.
I mean, how does that?
Yeah, wow.
How does that happen?
Seeing the replay here on the big screen, it's interesting to say the least.
Wow, good play though. I mean, you got to call that piece of it right. I mean, he just made a great throw, caught him in stride, but you can't do that.
Jed Straisel good on the PAT, 35-7. Conway on top, 1:48 to play. Back with more in 30 seconds here on Conway Corp.
It began in 1997 with one goal, community first. It grew, reaching farther and farther across the state of Arkansas. Now, we're on the move again, ready to show our commitment to the people of Conway. Ready to continue the effort to revitalize our downtown with a state-of-the-art banking facility. Ready to live out our firm belief that community is everywhere. And now, community is here.
Back live in Little Rock after the 80-yard touchdown pass to Connor Pruss, and Tim Roach still a little hot about that.
Well, I mean,
not about the pass. The pass was
great
good.
Throw.
Yeah,
great play by Catholic. Absolutely.
It was what happened at the very end of the pass.
First of all, I mean, you can't. I mean, you've got to stay in the ball game in all phases, and that includes the officials. I mean, you can't not call that. You see it, you got to make that call. But it is what it is. I'll try to move on.
Hasn't always been your strong suit, but I admire the tenacity of how you keep trying.
Maybe next year I'll be better. That's my new rule. Maybe next year I will be better.
Jed Straisel getting the aid of the wind. Chris O'Neill goes into the end zone. Conway will start this drive at the 20.
Be interesting to see how we respond. Sam Gregg still coming back out there. That's good to see. Just a minute to go in the third, and it'll be running for the fourth as well.
Who all we got on the offensive line? I'm trying to see numbers. Yeah. We're far away. I need to invest in some binoculars. Sam Gregg keeps it.
Great read.
Slides, little baseball slide after a gain of 2.
That's a great read.
All right, I see 72 out there. That's Cole Williams. 71.
Cole Smith's out there.
At right tackle. 58 at left tackle and 75 at left guard. 58's Q Whitehead.
Yep.
Lala Smith picking up a couple more yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. 78, that is Korean Johnson.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on Johnson.
I almost broke out into song there, but I will refrain.
That'll probably be the end of the
Or I mean,
third.
I'll restrain myself from doing, not refrain. I was wanting to refrain.
Please don't refrain.
It's going to do it. 3 quarters in the books here in Little Rock. Conway up 35-7. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp. Since Conway Corp is committed to our own city, expert assistance is never far away. That's why Conway residents enjoy local customer service with weekend and after-hour support. It's convenience for you, powered by Conway Corp. 3rd and 5 as we come back here. Sam Gregg looking for Will Vint. Will Vint's got the first down.
Great throw. Great throw. Good catch by Will. Spun in front of the corners, in front of the safeties. Nicely done. Well executed there.
First down, handoff to Lala Smith. Lala gets a little juke move, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Wow, good hard run. I mean, that's what you expect out of Lala. He's kind of that downhill runner, and saw the gap, the seam, popped it very quickly, no hesitation, and then at contact just drove through for the first down. Really, really good job there.
It's James Britt in at center. They'll give it to Lala again. Lala bouncing it back to the near side. Past the 50, down to the 45.
Another 11 yards. Just a good hard run. Good job by the offensive line. Again, got a good seam. Popped right off the edge. Good hard running. Once he got contact, he was able to kind of work through it and get another first down.
1st and 10 at the 45. Sam Gregg finds Jaden Hughes out in the flats. Jaden takes it to the 40.
Good quick throw. Good route by Jaden. Sam's kind of looked in this series looks much more comfortable throwing the ball.
Desmond Davidson, sophomore running back, checking in the backfield.
This guy's a load. I mean, he's a different kind of back than what we have. He's just a downhill runner.
TJ Mickens in at receiver near side. Sam Gregg rolling out. He's trying to set up the screen to Jaden Hughes. Jaden tripped up. A lot of contact going on.
Yeah, too close to the line of scrimmage. It's behind the line of scrimmage. They can.
Fair game.
Yeah, it's all fair game. But, just a good decision by Sam just to kind of dump it, get rid of it. At that point, a lot of extracurricular. Boy, these guys are playing hard.
3rd and 5. Handoff to Desmond. It's going to be a loss of 1. Make it 4th and 6 at the 39. Excuse me, 41.
Might see a little bit of clock worked here now. We're getting into the 9-minute mark of the 4th, and you don't want to work super fast.
Gregg passing on 4th down. He's got an open man. Chris O'Neal just got his fingertips on it, couldn't haul it in. He was open.
Yeah, you're going to see some of that. I mean, that was blown coverage by Catholic. I mean, he's wide open and a really good throw by Sam. Chris is going to get that. I mean, that's just a young guy trying to get it figured out, and he will.
Some scores of note. Other games that we're paying attention to. Bryant up 17-6 over North Little Rock. That's in the third quarter over in Saline County. And Cabot at Northside. Cabot regaining the lead 21-14. That's also in the third quarter. Alan Jemison, he's been on the field all night.
Yeah, he's been busy and really look. I mean, he played really well against Central as well last week. Very active off the edge. Started out the season kind of working in the middle, and has really looked really good from the working the edge.
No gain. 2nd and 10. Sam Sanders threw a touchdown on his first possession. He's going to throw that one into the turf.
There's nobody there, but they're not going to call anything. I mean, literally no running back in or wide receiver in the field of play, but
well, the reason
why would you call a penalty now?
Yeah, I mean, it's still
break the trend. That would be ridiculous.
Gonna look again, Tim Roach, because it been keeping an eye on it all night.
Don't say it.
Scott Stats Taylor, I've got him in my ear. And Scott, can you tell me? Yeah, still 0 for the Catholic Rockets tonight.
Thank you, Levi, for the update.
3rd and 10. Hand off to Keaton. Tries to cut it back into the middle of the field. It's going to gain 2 or 3 yards there.
Trying to find out some new names. There's one guy got
52 coming in?
No, that was Charlie Warren. Charlie Warren with a really good tackle.
Is that Teague Harding? Looks like Teague Harding's in on the defensive line. Or is that Mason McEwen? Probably Teague, right?
What number is it?
52. It's on the defensive line.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Teague.
Flag thrown right at the snap. Sam Sanders connects with Cooper McDaniel.
Let me guess, offsides?
Could it be Tim Roach?
Nah, it could be. It could be that it's on them. But
they're walking backwards.
What in the world? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
With 6:09 to play in the game. And the Conway fans cheering. They know too. They're good at counting just like you are.
I think they know it's one.
Tim Roach. They realize that is number one. The number one. Why am I so salty? It's 35-7.
I know. It just because I'm rubbing off on you in the wrong way.
That's going to force a punt from Grant Hodge. Well, 2 of the penalties wiped out 14 points. That's why I'm salty.
Yeah,
including an incredible jump catch from Manny Smith. That ball is going to be downed at the 23. The reason I've been keeping an eye on the Bryant score in particular.
Yeah, that's important.
It's really important for us because if Bryant beats North Little Rock tonight, then that's going to set up. Wow. There's just no other way to say it, guys. It's going to set up the game of as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Tim Roach. Next week, number 1 Bryant coming to number 2 Conway to decide who gets the 1 seed and who gets the 2 seed out of the 7A Central.
I mean, we've talked about some really good hard run there by Lala, but we've talked about some very big games this year, and we talked about some big games last year. This is the biggest game in the state of the year next Friday night at John McConnell Stadium. It will be an absolute slugfest.
And if you're a Conway fan, you really want Bryant to win tonight because things get a little hairy if North Little Rock were to pull off the upset.
There's some tiebreaker stuff.
There could be a 3-way tie depending on what happens next week between Bryant and Conway. So it's just much cleaner. Sam Gregg's going to keep it on that busted play.
Yeah, but it was a nice catch.
It's much cleaner if Bryant can get the win tonight. So I know Conway fans, you don't want to root for Bryant tonight, but you kind of do because then that will guarantee that your Wampus Cats will get a bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, and I will also tell you that, and as I've talked to you about here recently, I'm becoming more and more nervous about North Little Rock. They've changed their offense, and defensively they've always been fantastic. So they're a scary team right now.
Sam Gregg bouncing it out. He's going to pick up a really short gain. It'll be 4th and long. It's the punt team. Or you might see Sam Gregg just stay on and kick it.
Yeah, Sherry started to come out. Now Gregg's going out. It's going to have to be Sherry or someone.
Well, Ashton Waller's nowhere in sight.
Yeah, this is going to be the pooch kick by Phil Sherry.
I thought Sam Gregg was good at doing that as well.
He is. I just don't think you want him, since he's been out with injury, you may not want him out on the field trying to make tackles.
Phil Sherry doing a good job of getting that snap and then getting the kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, it rolled the entire way, but great catch, just a great way to get it off. I mean, it was just
Going to get the Wampus Cats for a face mask here?
I would think so.
The other score of interest, of course, Cabot and Northside. Cabot currently up 21-14, and that would pretty much secure Cabot at least in the 4th spot. But then next week they're going to play North Little Rock,
Yeah.
so there's going to it's going to be a wild next week for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, and I will tell you, there's going to be a time when I'm scoreboard watching like tonight. It's a good night for that. Next week I will not be watching. It'll be focused on one, but that is a huge game in the playoff structure. And I'll tell you, there's just as good a chance. Last year we saw the top 4 teams were all Central.
Yeah.
There's a very good chance that happens again this year.
Yeah, the Central really solid. The top 5 teams, I mean, top to bottom,
yeah,
just very, very good. And on the west side of things, it's really Fayetteville and Bentonville. And Bentonville's even kind of uncharacteristically they're giving up a lot of points on defense.
A lot of points. I mean, they gave up 40-something to Rogers the other night.
Sanders passing on first down. He connected with Cooper McDaniel.
Yeah, good tackle there by Seth Fortune. And who's that? Is that Javion Ware?
Senior Andrew Lennon.
Yep. Number 44.
In as well.
Yeah. See some other guys in here. I think that's
Jalen Wilson in. Number
Eli
4.
Smith.
Sanders trying to pass on first down. He's going to be sacked.
Got that. Nicely done.
Charlie Warren getting the sack. Jemison in there as well. 2nd and 13. Sanders. Javion Ware, get
Got
that?
it. Yeah, absolutely did.
Wow.
He tapped the feet down, baby.
2nd interception of the night for Ware. Mercy. And that's the 4th interception in the game for this Conway defense. 5 turnovers overall. 18th interception on the year. And we are now plus 20, Tim Roach.
I like that number, plus 20. He did a great job of just maintaining possession of the ball, tapped his feet down.
Might get him in on the other side of the ball every
nice.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Conway will start with a handoff to Davidson. We're under a minute to play. Probably just be 1 or 2 more plays. Maybe just 1 more play here.
Yeah. Got Caden Henderson in here. He'll probably get the ball. Caden is a junior varsity player, but I really like his speed. He's a lot like Manny Smith in terms of his movement.
Caden Sandifer in as well at receiver.
Who's that made the catch?
Is that Enoch Ryan? I'm basing it off of how excited the sideline is again, based on, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I guess it was just last week.
Yeah, that was Enoch, and this one counts. Last week's got
wiped out with the penalty.
Great job, Enoch.
And that's going to do it tonight for your Wampus Cats, moving to 8-1 on the year, 6-0 in 7A Central play with a 35-7 win over Catholic. And Tim Roach, it's going to set up number 1 Bryant. Well, we think they're still going to be number 1. They're currently up on North Little Rock. Coming to town next week against your number 2 ranked Conway Wampus Cats. Both teams duking it out to decide who gets the 1 seed or who gets the 2 seed out of the 7A Central.
I finally get to think about it, talk about it. I'll do as much game prep this week as I have ever done. I've already been doing it all year long, as you can imagine, but this is the one that you want. This is what you've been playing for all year long. You've gone through all the hardships. You've done all the things. You've positioned yourself to go into the playoffs as the number 1 team in the state and the number 1 team in the conference. Just got to get it done next week.
This Conway offense almost perfectly balanced again tonight. 203 yards rushing. Let me get one final refresh here on the stats. 203 rushing, 211 passing. Just so balanced again. Boogie Carr going over the century mark tonight. He had 102 yards on 12 carries. Jalen Chambers, 6 for 47. And 2 scores. Lala Smith, Donovan Omalo both with a rushing touchdown each. Donovan finished the night 20 of 28, passing for 185 and 1 score. And Sam Gregg, 5 for 9 for 26 yards passing. Manny Smith, 7 catches for 62 yards. And Clay Fisher, 3 for 29, and had that only receiving touchdown tonight. This defense, 4 interceptions and 1 fumble forced on the night, plus 5 for this team tonight in turnover margin.
Yeah, overcame a lot tonight in all facets of the game. We were struggling in the first half, 20-0 at the half. You feel like that's a number that we could have put bigger. Played well enough to win and get it done. I like it.
Conway fans, I am not overselling this. You want to be at John McConnell Stadium next week as number 1 Bryant comes to town to take on your number 2 ranked Conway Wampus Cats with the 7A Central title on the line. We will have it live for you, but if you can come on out, pack that stadium, make it as loud as it has ever been as we close out the regular season taking on Bryant. We'll see you next week.